mysterious disappearances of ships and planes are perhaps what the Bermuda Triangle is best known for.
With visibility at nearly zero, the squadron leader orders evasive action to get out of the fog. However, as 4 planes go in, only 3 come out. The Canadian pilot simply disappeared in the fog and was never seen again.
Let me take you to the world of depths that is brimming with mysteries and teeming with strange entities.
It feels like you're sitting in an ancient ghost town, but underwater.
From exploring sunken cities to finding deep sea anomalies.
It seems to be that whatever this structure is, somebody built it there and sea levels rose enough that it got submerged.
You better stay for the unbelievable things captured by divers that shocked the whole world.
Look at that. My goodness. Look at that.
A group of divers often went to explore the ocean near Antarctica, hoping to find something unusual related to its mysteries. But they never found anything unusual. However, in 2020, one day, they came across something that shocked them. A UFO which wasn't damaged, but its condition wasn't great either. It looked like it had been there for a long time. They had often heard that extraterrestrial beings were involved in Antarctica, and after seeing this, they became convinced. They observed it for a while, and then decided it was better to leave and go back. Sunken Cities.
They're the secrets of ancient Egypt, which for thousands of years lay submerged beneath the Mediterranean.
Egypt's sunken treasures have resurfaced, revealing the secrets of 2 ancient Greco-Egyptian cities that sank over 12 centuries ago. These cities, once located off Egypt's coast in the Nile Delta, are believed to have sunk around the 8th century, though the exact timing is still debated. In 2016, underwater archaeologists made a major discovery with incredible finds from these submerged cities. Using modern excavation techniques, they explored the ruins deep beneath the water, recovering well-preserved artifacts like statues, pottery, coins, and everyday objects.
The 2 cities are lying under 8 to 5 meters of water, which is not deep, but they are covered by 1 to 3 meters of sediment.
Now, the public can explore these treasures in exhibitions that highlight the art and culture of the Greco-Egyptian era. Bermuda Mystery.
The mysterious disappearances of ships and planes are perhaps what the Bermuda Triangle is best known for. What's more bizarre than what hasn't been found here is what has.
While exploring the mysterious waters of the Bermuda Triangle, a team of researchers made a surprising discovery nearly 500 feet below the surface. They found an underwater anomaly that looked like a man-made monolithic rock formation with perfectly straight edges.
It seems to be that whatever this structure is, somebody built it there and sea levels rose enough that it got submerged.
Experts are unsure whether this could be part of an ancient underwater structure or simply ballast stones from a shipwreck. This unusual find adds to the growing list of strange and unexplained events that have occurred in the Bermuda Triangle over the years.
Archaeology calls those things geofacts. They look like artifacts, but in fact, they're naturally formed.
UFO Mystery. A group of experts went to the deep sea to gather information about sunken ships. They had been exploring for a long time when suddenly they noticed something unusual. At first, it looked like a boat to them, but when they got closer, they were shocked by what they saw. A UFO that appeared to have been there for quite some time and was damaged. It's unclear when this UFO crashed here or where the alien inside went. Perhaps no one has the answer to that. Lost ship Endurance. Turns out the Endurance wasn't lost. It was just having a 107-year-long nap under the ice. In 2022, the legendary ship was finally discovered in the depths of Antarctica's Weddell Sea, putting an end to a century-old mystery. The Endurance was the vessel of famed explorer Sir Ernest Shackleton during the ill-fated Imperial Trans-Antarctic Expedition of 1914 to 1917. In 1915, it became trapped in thick sea ice, forcing Shackleton and his crew to abandon it before it sank. Now, with the help of cutting-edge underwater drones and sonar, a search team finally located the Endurance nearly 3,000 meters below the surface, remarkably preserved by the cold, oxygen-poor waters. Cannon's discovery.
Look at that! My goodness, look at that!
In 2023, during an exciting deep-sea dive as part of the Beyond Oak Island expedition, 2 massive cannons were uncovered, adding another layer of mystery to the hunt for hidden treasure.
Look at that! My goodness, look at that!
The cannons were found off the coast of Oak Island, known for its centuries-old legend of buried treasure and mysterious artifacts. The discovery was made using advanced underwater technology, including remotely operated vehicles, ROVs, which helped uncover the well-preserved cannons lying deep beneath the ocean's surface. It's like the island just keeps teasing with more clues, leaving everyone eager to see what comes next in this never-ending search for the rumored treasure. South Sea. In September 2022, China made an exciting discovery in the South China Sea during a deep-sea expedition. Researchers found 66 important items, including 3 shipwrecks and several glazed jars. This happened during a joint mission with 2 research ships, Tansuo 1 and Tansuo 2, in the northern part of the South China Sea. The items were found underwater at a depth of 2,000 to 3,000 meters, which is much deeper than any previous excavations in China. In fact, this is the first time China's underwater archaeologists have worked at such a deep level, surpassing a previous record of 1,000 meters set in 2018. Unknown plane. Just when we thought the ocean was giving us answers, it handed us another mystery instead. In 2023, deep-sea explorers captured eerie footage of a sunken passenger plane resting on the ocean floor, sparking speculation that it could be the long-lost Malaysia Airlines flight MH370. The wreckage was found during an underwater search mission in a remote region of the ocean. Due to the plane's size and condition, initial reports suggested a possible link to MH370, which vanished in 2014 with 239 people on board. However, upon closer examination, experts determined that the aircraft was not MH370, but another older sunken passenger plane. Centuries-old sword.
Amazing to see a beautiful sword like this. That means that behind all the conglomerate shells and stones.
Looks like the Mediterranean has been holding on to some serious history. In 2021, an amateur diver stumbled upon a centuries-old Crusader sword. It is believed to date back to the medieval Crusades and was found while the diver was exploring the seafloor near the coast of Israel. The well-preserved weapon is thought to have belonged to a knight who participated in the Crusades.
Actually, it's heavy. Okay, it's heavy because of the stones that glue to it.
A series of religious wars fought between Christians and Muslims from the 11th to the 13th centuries. The sword's remarkable condition, despite being submerged for hundreds of years, surprised everyone. Mysterious Atlantis. Beneath the coastal waters of the Japanese island of Yonaguni lies a mysterious formation that has puzzled scientists and explorers for decades. The Yonaguni Monument. Discovered nearly 35 years ago, this submerged structure consists of a series of strange, symmetrical rock formations featuring sharp angles and terraces, giving the appearance of man-made structures. The monument is located off the coast at a depth of about 25 meters, and its size is staggering. It stretches over 60 meters long, 30 meters wide, and rises nearly 10 meters from the sea floor. This has led to heated debate. Could these shapes have been intentionally carved by an ancient civilization long lost to time? Only time and further exploration may reveal the full story. Unexpected discovery. Sometimes, the ocean doesn't give you what you're looking for, but it might hand you something even stranger. A group of divers went into the deep sea in search of an oil tanker lost in 2020 near the Bermuda Triangle. Even after a long search, they couldn't find it. But as they were heading back, they spotted a boat. It looked pretty old, probably from the late 90s, and surprisingly, it was still in good condition. They examined it from every side, but couldn't figure out which company the boat belonged to and left the site. 2 ships.
We got something else there. Possibly 2 wrecks, one across the top of another.
That does, it looks like 2.
A group of experts have been investigating a shipwreck near the Caribbean Sea, which is believed to possibly hold $400 million in lost Civil War gold. During their exploration, they discovered what could be 2 shipwrecks, with one ship appearing to be positioned on top of another.
This is one of those awesome times. Your finding fits the story. A ship sank after they jettisoned Civil War gold into Lake Michigan. Another ship at a later date came, possibly found some of that gold, but then sank.
This discovery aligns with a long-standing story that after a ship sank and jettisoned Civil War gold into the lake, another ship later came along, found some of the gold, but also sank. They observed a large debris field with broken parts of the wreck. They also found ballast stones, which were used on ships during the 18th and 19th centuries to provide stability in rough waters. A pretty good job by these experts, I guess.
There's so much to look at down here.
World War II remains. After more than 70 years of hiding out at the bottom of the Pacific, a sunken American bomber from World War II has finally decided to come up for air.
This humility and honor drove every single one of us to go beyond the call of duty, to do our best to get this boy home.
In 2023, the remains of the B-24 Liberator were recovered from the depths, where it had been lost since 1943. The aircraft was part of a strategic mission over the Pacific aimed at targeting Japanese forces. The wreckage was discovered in 2020, but it wasn't until years later that a team of divers and archaeologists could recover parts of the plane and the remains of its crew. The bomber was found at a depth of about 4,500 meters near the coast of the Solomon Islands, where it had been resting for over 7 decades. World War II vessel. After 84 years of playing hide-and-seek at the bottom of the ocean, the USS Sims has finally been found. In 2023, a team of shipwreck hunters made an extraordinary discovery, locating the sunken World War II-era vessel that had been lost at sea since 1939. The USS Sims, a U.S. Navy destroyer, was struck by a torpedo during a training exercise in the North Atlantic. The breakthrough came when underwater archaeologists and shipwreck hunters, using advanced sonar technology and deep-sea exploration techniques, finally located the wreck at a depth of around 3,000 meters. For years, it had been one of the most sought-after wrecks from World War II, and its recovery marked the end of an 84-year search. Unidentified Relic. A diver went deep into the sea to explore, but just as he was about to go back, he saw something unexpected. A strange relic with a nameplate that read John Peters Relics and had the date 7/3/2013 written on it. One notable thing to mention was that there was also a statue of a dog with it, which might have been its pet. He had no idea who this was or how this relic ended up there, so he left the place. Jesus statue. A diver in Spain often went deep-sea exploring to see different types of fish. But one day, he ventured much deeper and noticed something unusual. As he got closer, he was shocked by what he saw. It was a huge cross with a sculpture of Jesus Christ lying on it. To his surprise, it was remarkably well preserved. He couldn't tell how long it had been there, but it was clear that it had ties to ancient history. If he had stayed a little longer, who knows what else he might have uncovered. Alien civilization. In 2008, in St. Paul, Minnesota, an expert announced a revolutionary scuba suit that could allow humans to breathe liquid air. The idea raises the possibility of discovering intelligent, advanced life forms in Earth's unexplored ocean depths. Some theorists suggest that these oceans may hide sophisticated civilizations, perhaps even extraterrestrial beings who came from other solar systems and now live underwater. Instead of looking to the stars for alien civilizations, the key to contact might lie in the depths of our oceans. The possibility remains that a species more advanced than humans has been hiding in the sea for thousands of years, and true alien contact might occur not from the sky, but from the depths of the sea. Statues of Baiae. The sunken statues of Baiae are part of an ancient Roman city that once thrived along the coast of the Bay of Naples in Italy. Baiae was famous for its luxury and was a popular place for rich Romans, including famous figures like Nero, Cicero, and Julius Caesar. However, in the 8th century, Baiae was attacked and eventually sunk into the sea due to volcanic activity in the area. Over time, parts of the city, including statues, temples, and baths, were submerged underwater. Today, Baiae is an underwater archaeological site. Divers can explore the ruins, including many statues that were once on land. Some of these statues are still in good condition, while others are damaged. Preserved wooden structures.
It feels like you're sitting in an ancient ghost town, but underwater.
Over 8,000 years ago, as sea levels rose, this area was gradually flooded, hiding the remains of ancient civilizations. In 2019, a team led by Albert Lynn, along with archaeologist Gary Mumber, began investigating the site. During their exploration, the team uncovered preserved wooden structures, including what appears to be a dock or maritime hub, pointing to the area's potential as one of the world's oldest boat-building sites.
This is incredible down here. Wow.
These structures were found in oxygen-poor conditions, allowing for incredible preservation of organic materials like wood.
Is that a tree? There's a tree down here. Wow.
Christ of Abyss. The Christ of the Abyss is a statue of Jesus underwater in the sea near San Frutuoso in Italy. It was placed there in 1954 as a tribute to Christ and to remember Dario Gonzatti, the first Italian diver. The statue is 2.5 meters tall and shows Jesus with his arms outstretched, like he is blessing the sea. The statue is about 17 meters deep in the Ligurian Sea, near a small village. It is a popular spot for divers because it is one of the most famous underwater statues in the world. The statue is made of bronze and has stayed in good condition because of the cold water. Antikythera wreck. In 2017, divers in Greece made a remarkable discovery at the site of an ancient shipwreck known as the Antikythera wreck, which dates back to around 60 BC. The team of underwater archaeologists uncovered an array of priceless artifacts, including the arm of a bronze statue that had become encrusted with barnacles over the centuries. In addition to the statue fragment, they recovered jewelry, pottery fragments, and other items that provide a glimpse into the lives of those who sailed on the vessel. The shipwreck was originally discovered in 1900, but extensive work on the site continues to this day. Mysterious relic. A group of tourists were exploring the Andaman Sea in Thailand, which is famous for its beautiful islands. Suddenly, they saw a strange relic, and they had no idea what it was. They observed it for some time and recorded a video, which they shared online. After that, people gave different opinions. Some believed that thousands of years ago, there was a city here, and this relic was its last trace. Others thought it was a Buddha statue, though why it was placed underwater remains a mystery. Iconic shipwreck. The ocean clearly has a lot of stories to tell, and in 2023, the Nautilus Live team decided it was time to listen. They explored the iconic shipwrecks from the Battle of Midway, a turning point in World War II. In June 1942, U.S. forces achieved a crucial victory over the Japanese fleet in the Pacific. Using cutting-edge remotely operated vehicles, ROVs, the expedition uncovered the wrecks of aircraft carriers, destroyers, and planes lost during the intense battle. Deep beneath the Pacific's cold waters, the wrecks were surprisingly well preserved, offering a rare look into the history of this decisive naval clash. Lost SBY plane. A team of experts investigated a wreck in the Bermuda Triangle, hoping to uncover the mystery of a missing Canadian plane from 1958.
With visibility at nearly zero, the squadron leader orders evasive action to get out of the fog. As 4 planes go in, only 3 come out. The Canadian pilot simply disappeared in the fog and was never seen again.
The team found a wreck underwater, but further investigation revealed it was not the missing Banshee, but an American plane.
There's part of the wing right there, I guess. Wow. Now, what kind of plane is it? That's what we gotta figure out.
Later, the team discovered it might have belonged to Lieutenant Peter Mongiardi, a pilot who had a close call in 1954 when his plane went overboard due to a brake failure on the USS Lake Champlain. Mongiardi survived the incident, and the team tracked down his son, Raoul, who shared emotional insights into the mystery. The wreck, which was initially thought to be a gravesite, was linked to a larger story of military service, heroism, and the search for closure. Nazi ship. Looks like history has a way of resurfacing. In 2020, underwater engineers stumbled upon the wreck of a Nazi warship off the coast of Norway. Upon closer inspection, they were startled to find a swastika emblazoned on the side of the ship, confirming it was a German vessel. The ship was identified as the HMS Karlsruhe, a German cruiser that had been involved in naval operations during World War II. The Karlsruhe was sunk in 1940 during an attack by British warplanes. The ship's wreck had remained hidden on the ocean floor for decades, lying at a depth of about 800 meters. Spacecraft wreckage.
So what do you think this is, Jim?
In 2022, divers exploring off the coast of Florida were initially searching for the wreckage of a World War II airplane when they stumbled upon something far more recent and shocking.
Definitely an aircraft. I think we need to talk to NASA.
They discovered a piece of wreckage from the Challenger spacecraft, which had tragically exploded just 73 seconds after takeoff on January 28, 1986. The disaster remains one of the darkest moments in NASA's history, profoundly impacting space exploration. The wreckage found by the divers was confirmed by NASA to be part of the Challenger. Underwater Museum. Beneath the crystal-clear waters of Cancun lies a hidden world that feels like a lost city from another time. The Underwater Museum of Art, MUSA, is not just a collection of sculptures. It's a mysterious underwater realm where over 500 eerie figures sit motionless, slowly becoming part of the ocean's secret landscape. Created by renowned artist Jason DeCaires Taylor.
And I've been diving around the world in various places. I wanted to create this underwater sort of seascape.
These life-sized sculptures are designed to invite marine life to settle and grow around them. Divers can explore this submerged gallery, uncovering ancient-looking figures, each with its own silent story. The museum's eerie silence gives it an almost mystical feel, as though it holds secrets of both art and nature, waiting to be discovered. Huge ship. Ships that become useless to us often turn into homes for marine life in the deep sea. Something similar was witnessed by marine experts when they went to observe fish behavior in the deep sea and discovered a huge ship. It had been there for a long time, and now plants were growing on it. Different types of fish were living in various parts of the ship. Details about it weren't available, but it seemed better for it to stay right where it was. World deepest shipwreck. Looks like the USS Samuel B. Roberts didn't want to be found, but explorers went down 4.3 miles anyway. The world's deepest shipwreck, the USS Samuel B. Roberts, was recently discovered by an expedition team. This WW-2 destroyer escort sank during the Battle of Samar in October 1944 after being struck by a torpedo. The team spent 8 days diving into the deep waters near the Philippines, ultimately uncovering the wreck at an astonishing 20,916 feet below the surface, making it the deepest shipwreck ever discovered. Pirate ship. Sometimes it feels like there is more ancient history hidden in the deep sea than on land. A group of friends went to explore the deep sea in Portugal. Everything was fine until they came across a boat that made them think about things from hundreds of years ago. This wasn't just any ordinary boat. Inside, there was a pirate skeleton holding a sword in its hand, as if it had fought bravely until the very end. We might never find out how many more traces of pirates lie hidden in this ocean. HMS Triumph. After more than 2 decades of searching, the HMS Triumph finally surfaced. Well, in a way. A skilled diver named Costas Thocterides located the wreck of the British submarine that had been lost since World War II. The Triumph had disappeared in 1942 while carrying out a mission against enemy forces. Thocterides and his team discovered the submarine at a depth of about 670 feet in the Aegean Sea. It was 84 meters long and had been underwater for 81 years. In pictures and videos shared by Thocterides, you can see the sea life growing all over the submarine. He said the search was the hardest mission of his life. Mysterious Sunken City. The 2021 mission by the European Institute for Underwater Archaeology, led by Frank Gaudio, made remarkable discoveries at the sunken city of Thonis Herakleion, located in the Bay of Abukir, Egypt. During this mission, the team explored the remnants of the ancient city, submerged due to natural disasters and tidal waves in the 2nd century BC. Among their discoveries were a galley dating back to the Ptolemaic era, which sank when the Temple of Amun collapsed, and various objects including statues, offerings, and intricate wooden items like a banqueting couch, which showcased the city's wealth and craftsmanship. The team also unearthed a tumulus, a large mound of earth with rich Greek funerary offerings, suggesting the presence of Greek merchants and mercenaries before Alexander the Great's arrival in Egypt. Mysterious plane wreck. Mike Barnett and Jimmy Gamsky, known for uncovering mysteries, were investigating a wreck near the Bermuda Triangle, known as Chang's Wreck. They hoped this wreck might explain a series of plane crashes in the area over 60 years ago, particularly involving the USS Saratoga. During their dive, they discovered parts of the plane, confirming it was an A3 Sky Warrior, likely one of the jets from the Saratoga. The cockpit's unique design helped confirm the identification. They later found a witness, Phil Wilcoxon, who had filmed the crash of one of the planes. After a second dive, they found more clues, including parachute materials and broken wingtips, confirming it was the wreck of Commander Charles T. F.R.'s plane. Sea giants. A group of divers decided to explore as deep as they could into the sea. As they ventured further, they encountered several massive statues. When they got closer, they were shocked to find that these were not ordinary statues, but giant, human-like figures. It looked like there might be an ancient city of giants. It's possible because we have only explored 20% of the ocean. Who knows what else could be hidden in the remaining 80%? Catching a glimpse of these giants might be just the beginning. Gold coins. A diver in Caesarea, Israel, probably had the most unexpected snack discovery when he thought he found a chocolate coin wrapper underwater. But after a closer look, it turned out to be a real gold coin. The diver alerted officials, and after returning to the site, they uncovered over 2,000 gold coins from an ancient hoard, each one 24 karat with a purity above 95%. The discovery of these coins, which are about 1,000 years old, has shocked everyone. The Israeli Antiquities Authority is now in charge of digging up more from the site. Biggest underwater statue. Ever wondered what happens when art meets the ocean? Well, when it comes to Ocean Atlas, it makes quite a big splash. This remarkable sculpture, created by artist Jason DeCaires Taylor, is located off the coast of New Providence Island in the Bahamas, under about 5 meters of water. It depicts a young girl holding the weight of the ocean on her shoulders. The sculpture stands 5.4 meters tall and weighs 60 tons, making it the largest underwater sculpture in the world. It is made from a special kind of material that is environmentally friendly and encourages coral growth. This means that over time, marine life, including fish, coral, and other sea creatures, will build their home around the statue, transforming it into an artificial reef. Mayan relics. Who knew a few dive tanks and some curiosity could unlock the world's biggest flooded cave? In 2018, a team of divers in eastern Mexico made a shocking discovery by connecting 2 underwater caverns, revealing what is now thought to be the largest flooded cave system on Earth. This discovery, named Sac Actun, now stretches a remarkable 347 kilometers after it was joined with the nearby Dos Ojos system. The caves are located near Tulum in the Yucatan Peninsula, a region rich with ancient Maya ruins. The Maya people used cenotes, natural sinkholes, as a key part of their water systems, and for ceremonial purposes. Underwater tank. Sunken tanks and trucks are now popular underwater spots for scuba divers around the world. These vehicles ended up underwater either by accident or were sunk on purpose. For example, in Chuk Lagoon, Micronesia, World War II trucks and tanks rest inside sunken ships, forming artificial reefs where sea life thrives. In Wales, a vintage army truck was placed in Dayhouse Quarry to help train new divers. In Aqaba, Jordan, tanks and trucks were deliberately sunk in the Red Sea to create new homes for fish and coral. Buried in ocean. Experts were observing the behavior of sharks in the deep sea when, suddenly, they spotted something unusual, a rod lying on the ocean floor. To avoid hurting any fish, they tried to carefully pull the rod out, but when it was fully out, it turned out to be something completely different. It was a swing that, for some unknown reason, had been buried there for quite a long time. They set it up and enjoyed swinging right there for time, and took it with them. Giant balls. These divers often went deep sea exploring, but this time, they saw something that completely puzzled them. This time, they went deeper than before, and in front of them were huge balls that belonged to another world. It seemed like some extraterrestrial being had come straight from space into this. They observed it for a while, and then left the site. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Sunken City. Port Royal, once known as the wickedest city on Earth, was a thriving pirate hub in the 17th century, full of looting, treasure hunting, and other questionable behaviors. However, on June 7, 1692, a powerful earthquake caused most of the city to sink into the sea. Today, the city lies beneath the silt of Kingston Harbor, and it has become one of the most sought-after archaeological sites in the Caribbean. Recent projects, like one from the University of Nottingham, have used high-tech mapping and robotic technology to explore the lost city. These findings are hoped to support Jamaica's bid for World Heritage status for the site. And now, let us move on to our subscriber pick of the day. Back in December 2023, NASA divers suddenly started a deep-sea operation in the Gulf of Mexico. They continued the operation for a while, and after a long search, they finally found what they had been looking for. You will be quite shocked because this operation was for a UFO, which they found there. It seemed like it had recently crashed there because its condition wasn't bad. They carefully observed its cockpit and interior, which gave them a good idea of alien technology. One thing was sure from all of this. NASA has some connection with aliens, and they want to keep it a secret from us, because since then, no one knows where the UFO went.